everybody. Hello. Welcome to another daily stream of your very own cardboard box man, Dalah. Streaming every day. Today is 200 and... No, not gonna look. 20? 220? 217. Alright. I made 140 bucks. That's awesome. And today we're just working on some art. We're doing some comic art. Working on one of these ones that I've been working on for a minute, actually. Here, let me just get over there. The weirdly arcane story of whatever the fuck is going on here of some sort of character being prepped for some kind of ritual, which seems to be dangerous and painful. That looks right. That also looks right. But I also want to do this real quick. And on the wrong tool. Let's move it to pictures. That one's good, but now that we've had that happen, we need to take a look at these things. All right. So the following panel, we see gust of smoke as the thing remains. Um, uh, I vaguely recall it might be on Netflix. If you have that, I don't know. A quick look it is. um hmm. Yeah, enjoy your whatever you're doing. Why not? Have fun. This does come to like a solid conclusion. It does. But do I want to make that low end? No. Welcome back again. Again. What were you doing, Wino? What were you up to? Why did you leave us? Only to return moments later. Fair enough. I also forgot the hydrate, so. little water never hurt nobody. Oh. Maybe. Bonus time. I'm wishing you luck. I'm trying to get these like clouds right. And it's difficult because basically I want the effect that, you know, dust has just been kicked into the air a little bit through a weird magical explosion. Particularly when having difficulty with connecting this floaty up part, because the thing that I keep thinking about is when you're reading this, it's going to be all top down, right? So you're starting right here, you're going down here, you're having the explosion, then you gotta place this properly as this connects directly into the bottom of the previous page. So basically, you know what? I'm just going to read back through it because, you know, I can always use a refresher. And also, I like telling my stories. And also, yeah. Well, maybe I want to read out loud. My lord, are you really certain this is the only choice? Yes. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. We will fall in love again and again in every lifetime. Always, my love. It's time. guttural screaming that I will not just do on stream. Hold, brother. We've almost broken through the space-time barrier. Lord, the final push. And then we're coming on here. Oh, right, I wanted to erase that part in this one. I'm forgetting things. It's a good thing that I'm looking through this again, because I do have many distractions, many little thoughts going through my head. Alright, back to the top. Also, generally, this is like the size at which you're going to be reading these pages, which is important context, or actually right about here. Important context for my words mock me. Shit. For the reader point of view, so that the author knows what the reader will be experiencing. Or at the final push, we see some power coalescing, making a grip around this power, teeth clenched. The center of this happening. These kind of just look like 8s, but they're kind of supposed to be infinity. I'm having a thought. What's the opposite of infinity? Like nothing, but is there like a clear symbol for nothing? In the same way that there is for infinity. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know. I couldn't tell yet if I tried. Is there a symbol or nothing? Found it. Here, you know what? I'm on share. You know, I'm just going to download it because I need it anyway, but here, let me do this. Where are you? Be this one, there, here. Save that. There we go. And then we'll edit. Save as a PNG. So we're currently a web document. We'll go back through all that. I like the shape of this thing. I think it works well as an arcane room. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen here. We'll probably jump to the top here. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, this right here. I like the way that they did the symbol here. It feels magical to me. How am I going to draw this? You know what? I'm just going to do it. I like to think that somebody could go back and watch this stream, presuming that, you know, somebody liked this comic enough to be curious about its creation. They could watch my thought processes in real time as I was creating it. And something about that's really nice to me. Actually, do you all want to know a fun fact about me and my plans after death / disappearance from the mortal plane? Once I'm done, I'm thinking that I'm probably just going to release every script for a comic that I've ever done at their current progress point, with a few maybe reference images, and just go and release that into the open domain and hope that, you know, maybe it is my dream someday that people will make my stories themselves. I was talking about it with my best friend. We were talking about immortality. That was my version of it. Oh boy. We got a Q&A. What do you want to know about the box? Not particularly. I would say I'm coming out of a depression. I would say that I'm probably coming out of it. And I mean, like, I'm the kind of person who's pretty much been depressed since childhood. So, on and off. Yeah, so there's that. Though that's just a funny question. Because I'm talking about more of my stories, and I'm also a person who just thinks about it a lot. I am a very I contemplate philosophical topics a lot, and death is kind of one of our biggest ones. Anyways, so gathering all of this power into, honestly, I don't like this shape, but I couldn't figure out quite a better one. It's kind of like just supposed to, it was originally a symbol of infinity being stacked on top of itself and bended and stuff like that. I think it's giving flower. And this is not a flowery man. I love War Thunder high tiers. Also, long live Rexy. What? Why do people come into my chat and just say the randomest things? I don't know what I did to ask for this, but also I do love War Thunder. It's a very fun game. It's one that I play with one of my friends. Okay. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Okay, fair enough. Long live Rexy. Alright, I imagine y'all want to know the context of that. This is just a random picture that Aurora threw in a Discord server that we are both in. Here, let me grab it. I'll do this. There we go. I also love this picture. I don't know what's wrong with this card, but I love it. think it's like a race car. Pretty sure it's a dinosaur. With like the small arm. It makes sense to me. I love it. I'm gonna retry this symbol though. Make it sharper. Froggy has gone live, which means I'm going to go lurk in that chat, and I hope some of you may as well. Playing some Rainbow Six Siege over there. Sounds fun. Kind of like a Call of Duty meets like, I don't know, Marvel Rivals kind of game. I don't know if I described that right at all, but I'm thinking like maybe more like a star kind of shape here. These are also quite relevant to this universe that this is taking place within. This quite literally, the stars are gods. We'll go. Something a little bit more like that. No, I think. Nope, no, not to. I think I should probably. Erase that. Actually, the way that it kind of is turning black is actually perfect. Because the imagery that I want to go for is that symbols of infinity and nothingness are colliding into, and not just symbols, but embodiments of these are colliding into physical being in order to break a barrier between time and space. And that is kind of supposed to be creating like a void, a portal. If that makes sense, I am happy. I gotta do some damn dishes. God damn. I'm just looking over. I'm just realizing that I have like 3 bowls and like a few plates in my room. I'm just, what the fuck? What the fuck I've been doing? Jesus. I think I've probably been distracted with developments. So then we have the power channeling from what we will learn to be is kind of the core central human power system of this universe, which is located in the chest and in the head. And we have that color, that light that is kind of flowing through his body and like glowing through his skin. Kind of going for the same vibe as, you know, you put a flashlight against your hand and you see the bones on the other side. And then with that light, it will transition into kind of sparking blast of energy that is pulsing downward like a thunder strike. Kind of, you see this circle around here, that's going to be like ripples in the air kind of thing. And we have coming down to an explosion on the ground, and we see the people that were around him getting launched back. As yeah, this is an intense process. All right. And then we are here. The man is gone. Faint traces of energy float into the skies as plumes of bluish smoke drift in the air. Now, this is where it's going to get difficult. So you're already on your side. Okay. We see okay. We see her on her right side, her face now mostly revealed, yet still partially disintegrating into light. All right. Okay, I see what I'm going to do. I see now. Do I? Go. A ball. A ball. Face is she making? I'm just kind of thinking out loud, by the way. Huh? Oh! Are you... What? Are you watching JJK or something? What's going on? Why are you quoting JJK? I don't understand. That's Sukuna, by the way, right? That sounds like something Sukuna would say. And he's the only one I could see fighting Maharaga. Big Daddy Maharaga. So also getting wiped in every single battle. Then he did say that. Curse shit. Wow. Wow. I have not. I don't know how. How that one ends. I don't. I think I know that Sukuna, loses in the end because he's the bad guy, and there's also a sequel series. But I don't know how. Still haven't seen that. I've also seen the nah, I'd win, and then right next to it, the other panel. Also, to answer that, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Here, just a second. I'm just sorry. I'm just answering a question real quick. Panel. The other panel that I am talking about. Sorry, everybody who has read or who's partaked in the Jujutsu Kaisen pass. I realized that is a broad statement for that. Likely not everybody has seen. I met this guy today at my local cafe. He was very interesting. I don't like what I just did. I'm going to undo it. Alright, just a second. I'm just going to undo the things I've done. Oh, good. Alright. He kept talking about like self-help stuff to me, and like and honestly, he was like fun to talk to, quite fun. Talked a little bit about politics, a little bit about health. He was kind of a slightly alternative medicine kind of guy. But yeah, he was also like 75 and apparently still a tennis coach and could still like play sports and stuff, which was really interesting. He looked good for his age. He was, you know, maybe 60s. He had the gray hair, but he didn't really have too many wrinkles, nothing like that. I'll probably end up seeing him again because apparently he's a regular now. I did not know about it. He's been going there apparently every day for the past month. I'm just encountering him for the first time. I generally go for lunch, and it seems like he's more of a dinner kind of guy. So like kind of I usually go closer to like 1, but today I went, you know, a little later, closer to like 4, I think, maybe. Could be wrong about that. You know what? I texted somebody that I was going there. I can check exactly what time I went. But, you know, generally, he's like around there around like 5, you know, kind of dinner time. It closes at 6, so. Yeah, so I went around 3. This, I don't know about this. I think I need something more like or this one down here. Oh, no, actually I need to do this first. There we go. Or this one, and then have like a image of like a wider image of like her back, maybe, as she's just on the ground. I don't want to fuck up the 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 positioning of this panel. So I'm slowly moving it down with like my keys instead of with my mouse, which takes longer because it moves pixel by pixel. Move that back up later if I want. Oh, you know what? I'm absolutely doing it like this. This is how I'm doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Like that. That's how I'm doing it. So it's not separate from this one. It is, a perspective shot. So it's scrolling down this way, and then it's revealing that the bottom of this panel is like a close-up shot. Like the top is the background. Purchase your cookie. I gotta figure out how to make it look right though. So what I'm doing here with this hand is I'm clipping off the top of her index finger. I'm removing her ring finger completely. And I am, I guess, kind of clipping her middle finger a little bit. Actually, you know what? We'll not clip the middle finger. We'll have the middle finger nice and long. And then I'm going to envelop that a little bit in some glowy particles. Kind of glittery particles. Glitter's nice. I quite like glitter. So, okay. I played with glitter like twice in my life. And both times where I was young. I was like under 10. It hasn't happened recently, but like up until at least like somewhere around mid-20s, right? When I sweat, I would find glitter on my body. Like, I don't know what the fuck is in glitter, but to get it out of my body, I don't want it in there. Hmm. Oh, okay, so what does she actually fucking say? She says, she speaks in blue, so we gotta do that proper. Oh. You know, ever since I pointed it out myself, I can't stop noticing that I say properly proper. And I don't know when that started. Like, I used to say properly, but for like, I think years now I've said proper, and I don't know when that transition happened. All right. So she says, right, I remember why I didn't want to work on this one yet. This line sounds wrong. So the line is currently, please save us. And that's the main character's name, as we will quickly learn. But to me, that sounds like a current thing. I want it to be more of a thing of she's basically saying, go back and do it better this time. And I'm not quite sure how to say that in a faltering last moment's wish. Right. What about... Here, we might just say, please save them this time. I think that makes sense to me. We'll just do this. That is not what to do. Then we have the boy's name. Good old Ty. I think we'll just... About with that. Yeah, so the main character's name is the same name as the story. His name is Tai Lung. Yes, shares the name with the bad guy from Kung Fu Panda. All right. The story is technically called Tai Lung, The Demonic Return. Sarah, how you doing? Always good to see you. I'll do this. You know, you always say that, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it should just be doing good. That's it. Doing great even would be nice. There we go. Okay. Okay. Well, I recently ate some lettuce, so I will wait to see if I have explosion, you know. Ah. Fair enough. You know what? You know what? I can't blame you. You know what? Never mind. I think we're gonna have this happening. It's completely disintegrating, and then we go into bubbles. Bubbles, all the bubbles. Bubble. like that. And we are going to then pull up. I think that might be exactly the right color I'm looking for, but see if it's darker. No, it's that one. Right there. All right. I think I did this wrong, but that's okay. Bubbles. Bubble. Right. Fixed it. Fixed it. All right. We are done with basically what is the equivalent of a prologue. All right, what comes next? First of all, I'm gonna grab this color. There we go. Good. And then, oop, not what I meant to do. White. There we go. White. That. Oh, I find that I often forget to speak during these streams too. I mean, like actual sentences, not just bubble 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 bubble. Like, I feel like I should be saying a little bit more, but also, whatever. Whatever. Plan repo hasera. All right. Oh my goodness, got all three. Got the Hydrate, the Pocket Check, and the Hippa, and the Tokyo Drift Cat. You know what? I just like that cat, so I'm gonna play it again. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, so the way this has worked out, I think actually, Okay, so what is happening here is a young boy is being thrown at a wall. And I'm trying to figure out what that looks like. I think it looks something like this. I'm not sure. At a wall. I'm going to give twist right in the liver. Basically, what seems to have happened is either somebody punched him hard enough that he went flying, or kind of just threw him. Just kind of picked him up and. So, first of all, we need to decide exactly how this wall looks. I got a pretty good idea, but I'm going like this. I have an 18 watch streak. And you know what, Wino? I just want you to know that I'm very happy you're here. You're a pain in my ass half the time, but I like you. You're a good one. You're a good pain in my ass. The good kind. Then underneath this, here, you know what? I wanna do a little something first. Right, do that. Well, okay, never mind. I tried to say words and I failed. Okay. We'll go play some Lockdown. Alright, have fun. Appreciate you. Don't know why I said it like that. There we go. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm just going to keep throwing this boy at a wall. Okay, so got that. Guess we need. Nope, not that. We're going to need. Oh boy. Okay. So basically what's happening here is kid is getting bullied around the backside of a school. So I'm just trying to figure out what is going on here. Yeah. Something like this. Impact frames. Impact frames of boy hitting wall. Boy meet wall. Wall meet boy. Yeah, I don't think their friendship's gonna work out very well. Ooh. Do I do that? Do I? Ooh. Maybe. I think that would work well. I think that would work nicely. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oops. That's not what to do. Do this. Select them both. Move them down. Does it work? It does. They're all moving down. Maybe a little bit. More. And then yeah. So this boy is kind of coming from the perspective of the viewer. Basically, it's funny. The viewer has the perspective of whoever threw the boy at a wall. that wasn't exactly my intention. I just thought this was a good way of showing, of doing the thrown against the wall perspective. So that is my thought process. Okay. So what I want right now. Oh, I fucked up. No, wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. I'm good. Is I want him hitting the wall at sort of like an angle. His feet are coming back. This is not you got pushed against the wall. This is you got picked up and you are Luigi spinning through the air at a wall. It's bro got yeeted. Yeah, I think that's an apt description. I mean, what else is a child good for if not to be thrown? Bulk. Gone wall. I don't think that this is quite the sound he makes. I mean, it could be. Alright. I'm just going to type out the sound that I had written he makes. Making groaning sounds are hard in writing. And I don't like it when I just see in the middle of my comic just groan. I want to I don't yeah. Like I want something. I don't think I've ever actually heard the lockdown opening theme though. Yeah, but for some reason, I don't know why, the sound, oh, sounds wrong to me. This doesn't feel right. No. Wait, what's that right there? I can see it. I think it needs to be a little bit shorter actually, but I could see it. This doesn't seem bad. Maybe 1 G, 2 H's. Ooh. More like that. I think actually Let's go. That's best. Ugh. I'm tempted to add the whack, but no, I don't think so. I'm kind of trying to put it in between where he's kind of hitting his head here and like it's an audible sound that I want to be clear he's making when he is hitting his head, but he's like making it outwardly. It's not like a skip over. Ooh. So, ooh, I don't know. I don't know what sounds I'm making, and I don't know why I'm making them, but it's happening. Yeah. So I think that looks good for now, because we gotta keep in mind that this is like this is again just the first draft. It's all about figuring out where everything is going. I'm just going to a quick thing. Okay. So from here, if I am correct, all right. His face obscured under his hair and in motion as he's launched back into a gray beige stone wall from the perspective of the shot. His arms and legs extended out as he's launched backwards from his chest. We see over his head. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what's going on. How am I doing this? Like, oh, yeah. Well, boom. I'm trying. So this is going to explain exactly what's going on here. So the following line, all right, so we see over his head as character and three others behind him are staring down at him. Character looking more plain-faced as the others grin down at the main character. The guy in front here saying, "Ha, look at you. You're not even worthy of this place." this, this, this. There we go. Like this. Yeah, something a little lower than a little bit. Something a little bit like that. There we go. Other kid. What is he doing with his hands? Hands on hips? This guy's about to say, what is he saying again? He's saying, look at you, you're not even worthy of this place, with a plain-faced, almost righteous disgust. He clearly thinks he's better. Hands on the hips could work. What about that? One hand on hip. Yeah, I think so. Let's do that, and then we'll set these guys. He does look like a kid who just threw somebody into a wall, doesn't he? All right. Oh, right, I remember now what the next shot looked like. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump. I need to fix this for reasons. imagery in my head that I need to undo. There we go. That looks about right. There you go. You're gonna call that a backpack. Okay. So let us do this part. The dialogue. Where is he saying this dialogue? Where is he? Where's the speech bubble? Need to figure that out on this one. Covering his friend's head. Fuck you. So he's saying, look at you, you're not worthy of this place. And then he's saying, you better not come to school tomorrow. Yeah. So then he says, you better not come to school tomorrow. You were lucky to get in, but this academy is for those with actual noble blood. Noble blood, noble drama. That is what's happening. The best kind. Look at you. That's you. Look at you. Then we're going to see his face disgusted. I'm tired of seeing your pathetic half commoner face. Get that? We see the main character's face, his eyes downtrodden through his hair, biting his bruised lower lip as the boy continues to just dig into him. You disgust me, Tai Lung. We see his hand grabbing who we now understand is Tai by the hair, and then pushing him back against the wall and walking off and being like, just whatever, I'm done. And that's basically what goes on. Yo, should I read off the first chapter? Just a little bit. You know what? I think I will. The placeholder names, this is not remotely Earth. This is a completely different fantasy world, completely different rules. I'm working on a language which will make this naming scheme seem a little bit more normal. But the guy who is bullying Tai Lung, his name is Jace. So when I say Jace, I mean this guy. So we see Jace grabbing Tai by the hair. We see Jace pushing Tai Lung's head back against the wall. Whatever. See a wide shot of Jace walking away, followed by others snickering. Ha, loser. Haha. We see a series of 3 short panels. 1. Ty seated against the wall. Ty sniffling as he rubs his nose with his arm. Ty standing up and bending down to pick up his bag. We then see a side profile of Ty walking across the dirt field of the academy as he counts on his hands, speaking to himself. If I can keep 50 every month after groceries and rent to Uncle Leo, that should make up for On's tuition at the end of the year, right? You see Ty's face contort as he scoffs in a sort of resigned grief. Seems like I might have to leave the school anyway. We see Ty from behind as he kind of swings his fist back in like a minor victory. Well, at least that means I have time for a second job. Ha! I can still make this work. We then see a low opacity speech bubble as perhaps words are rippling through space-time around him as he hears his own name, Ty. We see a close-up side profile of Ty's face with a surprised, confused expression. The speech bubble behind his head saying his name again, Ty. And he's like, what's going on? We see a spark of electricity in the sky. Did someone say my name? We see a close-up shot on the electricity with a crack of black broken into the sky. We see Ty look up with a question mark. We see Ty's right eye widen as we connect into the next panel with a series of exclamation points. We see a wide shot of Ty getting struck by a blast of black lightning. We see halfway to the side profile shot of Ty's face as he's being electrocuted, his jaw tight, connected into the right panel, or connected to the panel right below with speech bubble as he screams, "Aha!" I'm not going to scream. We see Ty's face as he's screaming. We see Ty standing there in the courtyard, smoked and singed. See Ty up close, covered in soot. Ugh. We see Ty from basically we see out of his eyes his blurry perspective as he's just looking forward at the gate. And we hear him thinking to himself, what happened? Did I die? We see Ty straight on with an exhausted expression. Parents on. We see Ty collapse to the ground, his hair trailing behind his falling body. He says, I'm sorry. Fade to black. We then see Ty waking up in an infirmary bed with a sudden inhale and a shocked expression. Top-down shot of the doctor laying Ty back down. All right, careful, kid. Lay back down for now. Ma'am, what happened? The doctor's a man. I don't know why. What happened? You're in the academy infirmary. You got struck by lightning and passed out in the courtyard. Though a preliminary exam shows no complications or injuries. I don't know if that's good luck or bad. I see. Is there someone who can pick you up then? The academy's closing down soon after all. Oh no, I'll be fine. We see close-up side profile of Ty's face with a dark speech bubble forming around the back of his head. As it says, did it work? We also see the doctor's low opacity blurred speech bubble. All right, get checked out in the hospital. If you feel anything out of the ordinary, kids these days. And we see Ty sort of just like with a kind of a what was that expression? Just like, did I hear something? And we see over Ty's right shoulder as the doctor is seated by the window, Ty blurry in the foreground. Did you say something, doctor? No. You alright, kid? She didn't say anything, my boy. We see a top-down perspective of Ty sat up on his knees in the hospital bed, looking around behind him and to his side, clearly freaked out. What? Who's there? The voice then shouts back, damn it, quiet, boy. I can hear your thoughts. You don't need to tell the whole world. He goes to speak, but is interrupted as the doctor says, you alright, kid? No, I'm... And then the voice speaks again. Tell her you're fine before I explode your head. We then see Ty with a forced, grotesquely wide grin. I mean, yeah, I'm all good. Sorry. All right, just keep it down then. Yeah, man, I don't get paid enough for this. And then we skip to the next panel as, you know, Ty's sort of looking back at generally his own head, like kind of looking up and to his left. As he's trying to talk to this voice, thinking to himself, all right, I told her, Mr. Voice, don't call me that, but good. Good enough, at least. He continues, I think I understand, great sir. But if I may ask, where are you speaking to me from? And if this child may be so presumptuous, what might you need from me? Where? And the voice responds, where? And then it kind of seems like it's sighing. Boy, I will tell you this now. I exist in your mind alone. What? The Ty sort of goes to shout, like, just like, what the fuck? What do you mean? But then stops himself and thinks, sorry, I meant, what do you mean? Great goodness. Was this what I was like as a child? You see Ty forcing a smile as he scratches his cheek anxiously. Hey, sir, what do you mean? Ah, boy, do you not get it. We are the same. You and I. I am you. From a time over 10,000 years from now. And that is the end of the first chapter. I just realized I was muted for the explanation of the system. I just mute sometimes when I need to think or need to just curse under my breath, or sometimes I do other stuff. Anyways, basically there's a system of cultivation, understanding universal forces, using them to extend lives, use spells. Stuff like that. Anyways, I think that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I think that's where we're going to call it, because generally I go for about 2 hours. And I also have to do stuff immediately after stream. Anyways, we're going to end, and I think we'll probably just raid over to Froggy, because Froggy is good friendo. I'm thinking Froggy, unless you really have somebody else. Froggy Gaming 31. Thank you for your support today, all you Cheddar Circus friendos. All the above. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Sorry, I'm just putting away my stuff. Oh, god dang it. Oh, fuck. Oh, yours going. Yours going to take that. Okay. Fuck. Right. You know what? We're just going to set that down. That's okay. But yes. We're all good. All right. Finally, to all my Cardboard Crusaders Boxy family, lovely Legionnaires, good time zone. See you tomorrow. Stay comfy and healthy. And as we must say at the end of our day, goodbye.